Hello and welcome to today's yoga practice, a renewal sequence to get rid of what no longer serves you. All you need for today's practice is a yoga mat and potentially some yoga blocks. So when you are ready, meet me in a comfortable cross-legged position at the center of your mat so that we can begin. Make yourself as comfortable as possible in a seated position with the legs crossed. Close your eyes, straighten out the spine, rest the back of the hands onto the knees, and take a few deep breaths here. Breathing smoothly in and out through the nose. With each inhale, lengthening the spine, expand the lungs and the rib cage, bringing more air down into the belly. And as you exhale, pull the navel into the spine, get rid of all the stale air, getting rid of all that no longer serves you. Deep inhale, expand. Bringing in a sense of renewal, of joy. Deep exhale, release and get rid. Continue breathing at this slow pace as we continue to center and ground ourselves. This renewal class is to create a shift and get rid of what no longer serves you. Just as in spring, this is a time to renew and grow. What has been lying, sleeping, dormant in the winter is now ready to come to the light. We often refer to it as spring cleaning within our homes. So this class can be considered as some spring cleaning for the body, for the mind, creating new energy, shifting the old energy into something new. Throughout the class, as you relax into the postures, there can be a clear sense of what we want to accomplish and how we want to arrive there. Pay close attention to the subtle nuances of the energy moving through the entire body as you practice the class. And allow the mind to reflect on these new thoughts, this new energy and direction that you are creating. Stay open to whatever your higher self brings to you, as you never know what can emerge when you're in a state of full relaxation. Take a few more breaths here to set your intention for renewal for the practice. Gently start to blink the eyes to open them up, adjusting to the light. Then come into an all-fours position and transition into ragdoll. Bring the hips towards the ceiling, keep the head hanging low, and grab a hold of the opposite elbow with the opposite hand. Knees as bent as necessary. Rest the chest onto the thighs and allow the head to hang, dangling side to side, swaying the arms to release and stretch around the waist and the spine. Shake the head yes and no, up and down, wherever it wants to go. Release any tension in the neck as well. Keep hanging here, just swaying wherever the body wants to go, as we allow anything that we do not want to carry in this practice with us to flow out from the head. Just shake it out, let it all out, let it go. If you notice any tensions, feel a sense of release and renewal in that area. By bringing awareness to the area, invite it to release. Drop the hands, keep the knees bent, nice and soft. Pull the navel into the spine and slowly, no rush here, gently, slowly start to roll the spine up one vertebra at a time. Starting from the lower spine, moving into the middle and upper spine, eventually getting to the neck and the head last, so that you stack the spine into a straight line. Roll the shoulders up and down, make a few circles, release any tension around that area. And then step the feet together. Bring the hands to prayer chest, mountain pose, Tadasana. Stand at the top of your mat with your feet together. Lengthen your spine and roll your shoulders back and down. Take a few breaths here, feeling strong and rooted, just like a mountain. Press all four corners of the feet into the ground. Raise the arches up and keep the legs strong by locking the knees and pulling up the thigh muscles onto the thigh bones. Staying rooted and grounded in this posture. Focus on your breath. Come to the present moment. And notice where you are, how you feel at the beginning of your practice. Slowing down the breath. Sun salutation to awaken and invigorate the body. Inhale, raise the arms up towards the ceiling, lengthen the spine, look up, gentle back bend, opening up the thoracic spine. Come back to center, hands in prayer chest. Bend the knees at the lower back flat, fold from the hips. Lower yourself down and bring the fingertips in line with the toes. Allow the head to hang. Inhale, half lift, long lunge the right leg back. Place the knee onto the mat. Keeping the hands onto the floor if you find it challenging on the balance, or bring the hands in prayer chest. If you wish to go further, raise the arms up towards the ceiling. Press the right hip forwards. Stretch and open the whole front of the body, opening and stretching around the right hip flexor and thigh. Exhale, release the hands down. Step the left foot back, high plank. Push the floor away. Start to shift the weight forward so the shoulders are beyond the wrist. And then one at a time or all together, knees, chest, and chin touch the mat. Keep the elbows into the waist, hips towards the ceiling. Knees stay as they are. Inhale, slide forwards, cobra. Squeeze the elbows in, shoulders away from the ears, open the chest. Exhale, bring the forehead down, tuck the toes, press the hips to the heels, and with the lower back flat, raise the seat bones up, downward dog. Take a deep breath here as we stretch and open the front of the body, the back of the legs. With your next inhale, look forward, step the right foot through between the hands, left knee onto the mat. Hands can stay down, or once again, you can bring them in prayer chest, raising the torso up, or bring the arms all the way up, squeeze the palms, press the left hip forward, stretch and open the left side. Exhale, release, bring the hands down, step the left foot forwards to meet the right, chest to thigh, drop the head. Bend the knees, lengthen the front of the body, hands in prayer chest. Inhale, come all the way up, stretch up. Lengthen the spine into your back bend. Look back, hips forwards, chest up a little bit more. Exhale, release, Tadasana, hands in prayer, chest. Other side. As we stir up the energy and create a little bit more of heat. Inhale, raise the arms up, lengthen the spine, back bend. Going deeper, press the hips forwards, raise the sternum up, lengthen the spine, look back. Come back to center, hands in prayer, chest, fold from the hips, lower yourself down, bring the fingertips in line with the toes, drop the head. Inhale, half lift, simultaneously bring the left leg back, left knee onto the mat, hands down or in prayer chest or all the way up. Press the left hip forwards. Feel the opening around the chest, around the left side of the body. Exhale, release the hands down, tuck the left toes, slide the right leg back, high plank, push the floor away. Knees locked, legs engaged. Shift the weight forwards, one at a time or all together, knees, chest in, chin down, elbows into the waist, hips into the air. Inhale, slide forwards, cobra. Open the chest, pull the shoulders down and back. Warming up and waking up the back muscles. Exhale the forehead down, tuck the toes, press the hips to the heels, raise the seat bones up, downward dog. Second set, a little bit more warmed up. Maybe bringing the heels down closer towards the mat, deepening the stretch into the back of the legs. With your next inhale, look forward, step the left foot through between the hands, right knee onto the mat. Hands in prayer, chest, or bring them all the way up. Press the right hip forward, stretch and open the whole right side of the body. Exhale, release. Bring the hands down, step the right foot forwards to meet the left, chest to thigh, drop the head. Bend the knees. Lengthen the front of the body, hands in prayer, chest. Take a deep inhale, stretch up, lengthen to lift and back bend. Press the hips forwards, sternum up to the ceiling. Exhale, release, hands back to prayer, chest. Spine, compass with the feet hip width apart. Step the right foot out so the feet are hip width, hips above the knees and ankles. Press the edges of the feet into the floor and ground down through the soles of the feet. Arms by the side of the body. Take a deep inhale and sweep the arms above your head. Interlace all 10 fingers, reverse the palms. With your next inhale, stretch up as high as you can. Create the length. Reach up a little bit higher and then go up and over to your right. So you stretch and release the whole left side of the body. Maintain the shoulders in line with your hips. Bring the right shoulder forwards more, left hip forwards. Pull the navel in, tailbone down. Pulling with your arm strength to the right. Press the hips to the left. Go deeper into the stretch. Hold it. Release. Come back to center. Take a deep breath. Stretch up to lengthen, creating the space between the vertebrae and maintaining that length. Go up and over to your left. It's not about how deep you go, it's about maintaining the alignment so you can feel the stretch all along the right side of the body. This time you may need to bring the left shoulder slightly forwards and the right hip forwards to align the hips with the shoulders. Pull the arms further to the left, push the hips to the right. Create this beautiful half moon shape all along the right side of the body. Change, come back to center. Look up, chest up. Take a deeper back bend, the spine is nice and warm. Press the hips forwards, keep the weight into the heels, legs tight. As you lift the chest up higher, stay here, creating the traction, looking up, or you can go a little bit further into the back bend if it feels okay into the spine. Just make sure you're not hanging into the lower back, it's already flexible enough. We want to open the thoracic spine, opening up the heart, the chest. Look back, chest up. Change, come back to center. Exhale, fold from the hips. Lower yourself down. You can either walk the hands down the legs or come down through chair. Bring the hands onto the floor. Shake the legs out, shake the head out. And then with your 2 index fingers, grab a hold of the big toe. Thumb include on top, nice and tight. Knees stay bent, nice and soft. Belly onto the thighs. Allow the head to hang forwards as we did earlier in ragdoll. This time leaning slightly forwards more. Bend the elbows out to the side. Allow the head to hang and enjoy this lovely stretch into the spine. With time, encouraging the seat bones up to the ceiling if you want to deepen the stretch into the legs as well. Release, bring the hands onto the floor and step the legs back into downward dog. Taking a few deep breaths here as it's such a great posture to improve your skeletal alignment. Spread the fingers wide, roll the shoulders out, releasing the shoulder blades away from each other, and roll the forearms inwards to take that weight out of the wrist, bring them into all 10 fingers. Keep the knees as bent as necessary to maintain the forward rotation in the pelvis and the lower back flat. And with time, encouraging the heels towards the ground, but there's no rush. You'll still be feeling a sensation of stretching in the back of the legs, depending on your body type, on how deep you go today. Feel the stretch into the front of the body and into the back of the legs. One more breath here. Warrior 2. Step your right foot forwards into a lunge with your right knee directly over your ankle. Open your hips and circle the arms till they're parallel to the floor. Find strength and renewal in this powerful pose. Bring the hips a little bit lower. Keep the left knee locked. Then press the edges of the feet into the floor to raise the arches up so you're not sinking into the inner edge of your foot. Pull the navel in, tailbone slightly down. And as you drop the shoulders down and back, feel the strength in the whole body, holding the posture. Beyond the right fingertips. Sit down a little bit lower. Keep the core muscles engaged. And the breath smooth. If you're holding your breath, you may have gone a little bit too far. To release, extend the right leg, turn the right toes in and the left foot out, parallel to the long edge of the mat. Bend the left knee, warrior 2. Roll the right hip forwards and down, right shoulder back in line. Pull the navel in, tailbone down. Keep the left knee above the left ankle and lock the right knee. Press the edges of the feet into the floor. Drop the shoulders away from the ears and back. The arms might start to get tired. Keep them engaged, nice and strong. Building the strength into the whole body. Two more breaths here. Release. Extend the left leg, turn the left toes in. Bring the hands in prayer chest. And prepare for goddess. Turn the heels in and the toes out. So your toes face the corners of your mat. Take a wider stance. Pull the navel in, tailbone down. With the shoulders above the hips, bend the knees and lower yourself down. There's a tendency to lean forwards with the shoulders. So if you are leaning quite a lot forwards, back off slightly. Don't go down as low. Realign the shoulders above the hips. And then find the depth with time. Sit down a little bit lower, pull the navel in. Legs getting strong here. Sink your hips a little bit lower. Feel the strength and the renewal into your legs as you open the heart. Hold for just 2 more deep breaths. Release, extend the legs, place the hands onto the hips, turn the toes inward, pigeon toe the feet this time, complete opposite, lock the knees, and exhale, fold, prasarita, stretching out the legs to release the previous posture. Place the hands underneath the shoulders onto the ground or onto blocks if they're not close. Maintain a straight spine. If you don't have blocks and the hands don't quite comfortably touch the floor, place the hands onto your thighs or shins and push onto the legs. If your hands comfortably touch the floor and you're quite flexible, then you can, optional, walk the hands back in line with your heels. Just make sure the spine stays straight throughout the posture, so that you feel the stretch and strengthening into the spine as you stretch and release the inner and back of the thighs. To release, walk the hands back out the way you went in. Place the hands onto the hips, take a deep breath, engage the legs, and lift the torso back up. Hands to prayer chest. Toe heel the feet in till they're just slightly wider than hip distance. Toes slightly turned outwards. Bend the knees with a straight spine. Exhale and bring the hips towards your heels into a yogi squat. Well done. Sit down. Lie down onto your back. For bridge pose, keep the knees bent, feet hip-width apart. Bring the arms by the side of the body and press your feet into the mat. Lift your hips up. Interlace the fingers under your lower back, pulling the hands towards your heels. Stretch and open the front of the body, the chest. As you pull the arms, the hands towards your heels, getting a gentle stretch into the back of the neck and shoulders as well. Release the hands. Roll the spine down 1 vertebra at a time. Slide the legs away. Spine twist. Bend the right knee, curl the right toes underneath the left knee. Bring the right arm out, and with your left hand, gently encourage the right knee to the left. Look over your right shoulder. Untwist, come back to center, slide the right leg away, bend the left, curl the left toes underneath the right knee, left arm out. With your right hand, pull the left knee to the right. Keep the left shoulder down and move the chin to the left. Slowing down the breath, calming down the whole body. Untwist. Bring your knees in towards the chest. Make a few circles clockwise and anti-clockwise. Massage the lower back. And then extend the legs. Relax the arms by the side of the body. And close your eyes. Feeling the eyelids heavy. Allow your body to fully relax And bring all your focus, all your attention to your breath. Imagine yourself being fully renewed and revitalized by your practice. Notice the renewed sense of energy throughout the body. As we released all that no longer serves us, to create space for all that which we desire to bring into our lives. As we create space for all that we wish to bring into our lives, please stay a few more moments here. Enjoy your final savasana, the calmness and the stillness in the mind. The renewed energy throughout the body. Slowly bring your awareness back to the present moment. Take this time to give yourself gratitude for making the time for your practice, for renewal and self-care. Wishing you an amazing rest of your day. Namaste.